Hey there, American farmsteaders. Just a quick word before this episode begins. We are back. We are looking forward to podcasting content for you. And we just wanted to apologize for the sound quality for this episode. There's lots of gold here, though, and we hope you enjoy. Thanks for listening.
Well, hey there, American farmsteaders. This is Jenny with the Homestead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American farmsteaders doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you will grow a little food of your own.
Yep, and this week we are back.
Finally. It's been like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So we were so focused on convention.
Yes.
And then we had a great convention.
Yeah, we really did. It turned out great. And I mean, I think the best part of it for me is just all the people that you get to meet.
Yeah. Community.
Yes, the community building and everybody coming together. So, yeah, not that we were putting the podcast on the back burner, but we kind of had to put the podcast on the back burner.
That's exactly what we did. Sorry, guys. We love to produce content for you guys that you can pull from, but it just couldn't happen.
Right. Sometimes, something as big as the convention, it really does turn into a full-time job for us leading up to it. So,
absolutely.
But now we can breathe a little bit and we can podcast again.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you had anything to do with convention, if you were a ticket holder, a demonstrator, a speaker, anybody,
yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We had such a great time. It is a labor of love for us. We love what it does for you as much as we love what it does for us.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah. And it really wouldn't happen without every single person coming together. Like, I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? Even the person that just bought one ticket, they were a part of the event.
Absolutely.
Yes. So it was great.
Yeah.
And we're already planning again for next year.
We are. We're already busy. We're already busy working on next year while those ideas are fresh.
Right. Our husbands are like, seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Yes, seriously, babe.
Yep. We have a list for you to do. Right?
That's true.
But additionally, we have farms that we're running, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still living homestead life.
Yes, the farm animals are still there, and everybody's still kicking, so there's always that to do too.
Mostly.
And I'll start off this by saying my garden is like in full-on jungle mode.
Well, I mean, it's June in Florida, so as it should be.
So all you Florida gardeners, I know that you can totally relate to that. But yeah, I walked into the garden today and I was like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jungle for sure.
It is.
My Puerto Rican black beans are taking over. They have officially taken over.
I need to get my seeds in the ground.
Yeah, mine are looking good. It took them a little while to get started, but man, now that they're going, they are covering up some space.
When would you say you planted them?
I planted them when I put my tomatoes in.
Okay, so like March.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just now starting to get like some new bean pods coming on.
Right.
So those are taking over. I harvested a pretty good amount of zipper peas this morning.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And all my tomatoes are done except for my Everglades.
Yeah. So, and I have some that get quite a bit of shade in the first half of the day. And so those are still, those Koalo tomatoes.
Yeah.
They're still kind of hanging on. They're green. There's still some green ones.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Other than that, but again, like because they're shaded, I think they were kind of like late to produce.
Right.
And they are those determinate tomatoes that I accidentally pruned.
I did the same thing to mine.
Pretty heavily.
Yeah.
So they were kind of late to the party. I have those, but yeah, the Everglades they're just kicking.
Yeah, the Everglades are kicking, and they're so good.
I have what a great flavor in a tomato.
They have a really great flavor. They're very sweet.
I have gallon bags filled in the freezer of
Do
them
you?
that I'm going to make sauce with. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm excited about it.
I heard David the Good tell a story one time about his wife and kids making sauce with Everglades tomatoes and like trying to peel them.
Oh no, I don't peel my tomatoes though. I don't play that game.
Yeah, like that sounds insane. Why
Yeah.
would you try to do that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I've had so many people ask me about that, about peeling tomatoes for sauce, and well, aren't they bitter? Nope. I don't play that game. I don't peel, I don't de-seed, I don't do any of it.
Right.
So
No, I don't either. Because honestly, like if I'm going to do a project like that, it has to be realistic and easy. And, you know, to me, some things are just a little too time consuming. And if I can do it with the peels and the seeds, I'm going to keep them.
yeah, me too. For the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want it too seedy.
Right.
So
I mean, you do what you can, you know?
yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I haven't planted any like zipper peas or any of those storage beans because I always wait until now.
Right, till
It's
it's
too
like
hot
really
to grow
hot.
anything else, and so they're going to kind of work as a ground cover anyways.
Yeah.
For me, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, tomatoes are done.
Yeah, my tomatoes are done. I had a lot of pest pressure with my tomatoes this year, more so than usual. And I paid zero attention to it. So tomato harvest was not super fantastic.
I got a lot more than I expected.
Yeah, and you know, I'm okay with that.
I had a lot of disease pressure this year. Like there's always some blight,
Right.
you know, but I had like a pretty significant bacterial disease that even spread to the peppers that were planted nearby. So, it's just something that, again, you got to stay on top of it. And I did not. Like I sprayed my garden one time this year with peroxide for just those tomatoes. And I haven't sprayed anything else ever. I haven't used any BT or spinosad. I didn't done any of it.
Nope.
So it is what it is. It kind of stinks. Like that's my biggest hang up on doing convention in the spring for us.
Yes.
Because it interferes with my garden.
It really does. Our gardens have taken a hit the last 2 years, and it's mainly because we are on the computer.
We're busy.
We're busy.
Yeah, stupid computers.
But not those little Everglades tomatoes.
No.
Those little things are just pumping them out like crazy. I have zero pest pressure on those. They look great. But they're in a different part of my garden from all the rest of my tomatoes. So I think that
mine are not, and they're stronger than
Okay.
I think that's really a testament into, you know, finding the right variety for your area. Like our
regionally
friends,
appropriate, locally adapted.
Yeah. Like our friends Kelly and Ryan at See the Stars tell us all the time.
Right. Like you hear them say that all the time. And you know, we've gotten quite a few seeds from them right now, and the seeds that I usually plant from them, they have great germination.
Oh, yeah.
And they will stand the test.
Yeah.
So like the Puerto Rican black beans that I was talking about, that came from See the Stars.
Right.
And they are literally taking over my garden.
I love it.
Yes, I can't wait until I can harvest them.
Awesome.
I may can them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Black bean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we will too.
Yeah.
I got a new canner.
Did you?
I did.
What did you get?
I bought a fancy electric pressure canner.
Ooh.
And you know what's funny? It looks like a giant Instant Pot.
Really?
Yeah, like exactly, but giant.
Interesting.
So I haven't tried it out yet because...
So where did you get it from?
Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
That's what we do.
Okay, right.
I'll put a link in the show notes to the one that I got.
Okay.
I want to run a trial of just water, you know, first, just to make sure I know what I'm doing. But it's really cool. Like you just like tell it what you're doing and it does everything for you. You just put them in, put the water in, set it, and you can leave it.
That's great.
It is great. Yeah, and it's quiet.
Nice.
And you don't have to babysit a pressure canner. The very first time I used a pressure canner, we lived in a mobile home. Mm-hmm. Everything scared me about living in a mobile home. It had a fireplace and we weren't allowed to use it. It's like, no. I said, that's like putting a campfire in your tent. We're not doing that. I used the self-cleaning option on my oven and I sat there in front of it with a fire extinguisher. I was so scared I was going to burn the house down. So, but I did the same thing the first time I used the pressure canner in our mobile home.
Right.
Was, I sat there with a fire extinguisher just in case because I just
Right.
didn't know. And so this would have alleviated that fear for me. I feel like because you can leave it, you don't have to like stay in earshot of
Right.
that,
Right.
that weight.
I
So-
feel like that's such a common thing that you hear from people that haven't gotten into canning is that they're scared to do
They're
it.
scared. They've heard
They're
those
scared.
horror stories from 50 years
Right,
ago.
Right. And
Yeah.
then, we've hosted a couple of little canning classes and you hear so many people go, oh,
It's just that
That's
easy.
it?
Yes.
yes, that's it, y'all.
That's it.
It's not that scary. It's not that hard. I mean, yeah, there's like the basic guidelines that you want to follow. And as long as you do that, you're fine.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and I think there's two fears there. There's afraid to use the canner, like, period. And then there's afraid I'm going to give my family botulism.
right, I'm going to kill my family.
Right. And when you look into the numbers at foodborne illness, like, don't be afraid. Just, like, follow the rules, do what you're supposed to do, figure it out, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and if you can't find, like I mentioned, we've done like a couple little canning classes. But a lot of the times you can contact your local extension office, and a lot of those extension agents have classes like that.
Yeah,
I
they
saw
do.
one that was advertised just in the next county over
Yep.
not too long ago.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's a great resource.
Yeah, for all kinds of classes, but yeah, canning for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will probably can some beans too in my new canner
Yeah.
sometime soon.
I saw a farm that's nearby that has been busy harvesting all their zipper peas, and you can get like a whole bushel shelled.
Oh, nice.
We love zipper peas, but that's like my whole thing. Like,
Shelling.
yeah, I would love to have a ton of them and can them. It's the shelling.
Right.
And so you can get like a whole bushel shelled for like $35. I'm like, that would be a lot easier.
That's like, growing that $62 tomato.
Right.
And it's the same tomato that you can get at the grocery store for 62 cents, you know?
Right.
It's kind of disheartening.
Right. It's like the bag of onions for $2.
Right, and we spend how many months on onions?
We spend a lot of months
It's
on
like
onions.
8 months or
Like
something.
November to May.
Right. It's funny to think
That
about.
is funny. And so that's another thing you hear people say about canning too, is they're like, oh, well, I don't grow enough food. Well, you don't really have to grow your own food.
Right, no.
Like go buy bulk.
Go get a bushel of beans already
Right.
shelled.
Right.
Put it in jars, can it?
Right,
Yeah.
or a 5-pound bag of organic carrots from Publix. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, I agree. So what else is happening in your garden? Like tomatoes are done, cucumbers are done.
Yeah, cucumbers are definitely done. A lot of my fruit trees are looking good.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking pretty healthy. I've
Okay.
tried to really stay on top of doing consistent watering with
Right.
those newer trees.
Right.
I did a lot of ground cover stuff this year around the fruit trees, and that has been super beneficial in keeping the grass away from them.
Good.
My watermelon vines have clear taken off. They're taking over that whole side of the garden with the sweet potatoes, but I don't have any watermelons on any of the vines yet. So I'm wondering. So these plants came from my daughter's fiance saw a little kid on the side of the road selling watermelon starts. And of course he knows I love to garden and thought it would be cool to buy, plants from this little kid set up on the side of the road. So I'm wondering, like, where did this kid get these seeds from?
Right.
Like, was it from like a watermelon that he bought from the grocery store and he
it's
just
sterile.
started them? Right.
Has it flowered?
It does have flowers on them, like at the very ends of the vines, but they're all male. So I keep on like watching and looking and.
So here's something I noticed this year with some vining things, both watermelons and my winter squashes. So I've got from Seed the Stars, they do like a mix, a watermelon mix.
Right.
And so you don't know really what variety you're going to grow when you put multiple seeds in the ground. And the seeds all look different, right? Because they're from
Right.
different varieties.
Yeah.
And so the watermelons are running great. I have had 4 or 5 melons, I think. But yesterday I noticed one was a little soft on the end. So I went ahead and cut it. It wasn't quite ripe. I had it was a smaller melon. It had just enough ripe. But those melons are only growing on the ends of the vines.
Okay.
So it's flowered all along, but those female flowers have come at the end.
At the ends. Okay.
Same thing with my sugar pie pumpkins.
Okay.
So again, they started lots of male flowers, and then as soon as they started to run, they'll put on a female flower at the end, and then they'll kind of have like runners come off of that vine.
Right.
And you'll get more, and then at the end of those runners, you'll get more female flowers. So it's just something I know, like as I'm getting fruit now, I can see where the fruit is. It's at the end of vines.
Right.
Yeah.
And so if I wanted to fertilize those, would it be phosphorus for more flowers?
For flowers, yes, I think so. I think
Okay.
it's, I think it's phosphorus for flowers. So bone meal is a good one. Wood ash, I think, is a good one.
Okay.
That middle number
I'll have to look.
on your NPK.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, those are, anyways, they look pretty.
Yeah.
The vines look
The vines
great.
are great. They're keeping the grass
They're
down.
keeping the grass away from the trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I also want to add, like, this is something I found pretty cool. So I planted sugar pie pumpkins for the first time when we first moved here 4 years ago. And I think I mentioned this on a podcast before, but so we moved in May.
okay.
That's like the end of our spring garden season, right? Well, one of the first things that Eric started doing as we established infrastructure was, this is where your garden's going to be. And we had raised beds already that we moved.
Right.
So they need to be put in place, and we went ahead and filled them. So I had all these beautiful, like, blank slate beds in
Right.
summer.
Right.
Like, it's not garden season in Florida. This is our time off.
Right.
And so, but I wanted to put stuff in because I had the space. And so I planted New England sugar pie pumpkins. I did not expect anything. I just had the seeds and said they can go in. And I grew my first little sugar pie pumpkins that year. So every year since, like, you'll hear, no, you can't grow that then, right? I just want to encourage people to not be afraid to try stuff that if they want to try it, like, just understand the risk there. And, like, maybe it's not the best, right?
Right.
Maybe, broccoli in May is not usually a thing, but I also just had memories come up through my social media that I was picking broccoli in May. So it's possible,
Right.
Try stuff. Don't be afraid to try stuff, but understand the risk. Like, if you've never grown broccoli before, don't try to grow it in May.
Definitely don't try to do
Follow
that.
the rules at first, but then if you have extra space, if you have extra seeds or resources or whatever that you're not afraid to lose, give it a shot.
Right, give it a shot. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is you don't get anything
Exactly.
from it. Like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I agree.
Also, I mean, so that's a success. And so here we are again in May, and I'm picking my sugar pie pumpkins, and they're doing great. On the flip side, I have a failure where I planted corn in a raised bed like 4 inches apart because I saw a TikTok video that said you can plant your corn 4 inches apart in a raised bed. And so I did. And it grew to the proper height for that variety. But my ears are like 3 inches long. The corn's dying back. So that was not a success.
Right.
But I had the bed to use.
Right.
I wasn't afraid to try and experiment.
And you learn.
And I learned from it.
Right.
Right. So it's not a total failure.
Nope.
I'll do it again in a couple months for fall corn, and I will give them proper space.
Right.
So
Now you know.
now you know. Now all y'all know too. Donna failed. I don't want to repeat it. So.
Yeah. So what are you about to be putting in? Are you putting anything in right now? Or
Yes,
coming up?
I am. I am putting some stuff in. So I just put my roselles in. Like, they were already seedlings.
Right.
So, like, in the last 3 weeks, I put in some roselle. But they were, like I said, they're not just seeds in the ground. They were
Right.
already seedlings. I am putting in some herbs that are seedlings also. I'm putting in some ground cover. some sun hemp, some Sudan sorghum, and like my beans, my dry bean stuff. Yeah, zipper peas, stuff like that.
Southern peas.
Yeah, Puerto Rican black beans. My tomatoes are coming out, and I'm going to leave the structure that I used as a trellis for my beans to climb those streams.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my black beans, they went all over the place. I planted them with my tomatoes, like in between, you know, each tomato plant, I put like, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 black bean seeds.
Right.
And they went both ways. Like some of them went up the trellis with the tomatoes, and the other ones like went all over the ground.
They ran.
Yep.
I'm also going to do noodle beans here this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, red noodle beans or soldier beans or whatever. And I'm still like succession sowing summer squash.
Okay.
And it's doing fine.
My Seminole pumpkins just started to take off. They've been in the ground for a little bit.
Yeah, mine too.
But they really kind of had a little bit of a lull in growth. But over like the last like probably week and a half, they've grown quite a bit. So
rain.
We
finally are getting rain.
Yeah, we finally got some steady rain. Thank God.
Yeah.
So I've also been on the lookout for the Seminole pumpkin flowers because I'm going to pollinate them.
Right.
I want some dang Seminole pumpkins this year. Like last year, I feel like I got like a couple.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It's like with any new thing you try. A lot of the times the first year you do really good.
It's
And
not
then the
God's
second
way
year,
of
it's
like
like-
cheering you on.
Right. Second year, it's like, what the heck happened?
You know what I think my problem is with that? The second year, I think I've got this.
Right.
And so like I don't go and like do all the proper steps that need to be done. You know,
Right.
like I don't add any amendments to the soil for that crop because I know how to do this.
Right.
And then I don't.
Right. I saw on one of Kelly and Ryan's reels from Seed the Stars about Seminole pumpkins, they had mentioned, like, yeah, you can just let these go by themselves, but if you hand pollinate them, that's when you're really going to start pulling in the pumpkins.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've had a hard time with this year is zucchini. My plants are beautiful still. They're gorgeous. No mold, no problems, no bugs, no caterpillars. They just are not making zucchinis.
My squash and zucchinis, I got a lot from, but they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they should
That
be about
gold, that gold zucchini, I still want to know where you got that from.
done. Oh.
Because that one did so good for me.
Yeah.
Again, it's the first time I've grown it. It's so good.
I feel like that is that must have just been a seed that I had, a pack that I had. I don't know. It may have come in that kit that I got for my birthday last year.
Yeah.
I got a gray zucchini in that kit, and those
that's weird.
are doing. They're not actually gray.
Okay.
I know that was. I know. I was like, I can't wait to see this. They're more like that mottled, variegated looking fruit, green zucchini. They're like a lighter green with a darker green variegation kind of look. So yeah, they're called a gray zucchini, and those have just started to come on. So I don't know.
Right.
We'll see. They're good. They taste like zucchini. We had some for dinner last night.
Okay.
So yeah,
Good.
yeah. And Armenian cucumbers, I did just put those in, so they're just coming up.
Okay.
So those, if you want a cucumber in summer after cucumbers are done, if you live like in Florida.
Where did you get those seeds from?
Though you can get those anywhere now. Gosh, like 5 or 6 years ago, I had to hunt them down, but they've gained popularity.
Okay.
So they're not truly a cucumber; they're a melon.
Okay.
But they look like a funky cucumber. They kind of have ridges. They grow super fast. Like you can look every day, almost like okra grows.
Mm-hmm.
And they taste like cucumber.
Oh, thank you for saying okra. That's another thing we can put in right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, I have okra. We just started to cut some okra.
Okay.
We have that Gold Coast variety.
Yeah.
It grows really fast.
Okay.
The pods grow really fast.
Again, from Seed the Stars.
From seed to start. Yeah. The problem with that is like you really have to get it in time.
Right.
So to keep them good and not woody, they're a little smaller than like your Clemson spineless.
Mm-hmm.
But they're good.
Okay.
We're liking them.
Mm.
So those that make it in, I haven't had that many yet.
I know.
I just eat them in the garden.
Right. Just eat them in the garden.
So
Yeah, I'm the same way, especially with my blueberries. Like, I had blueberries in the ground for like 2 years before Tori realized we have blueberries.
Yeah. And they're good. Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know how good they are?
It's been my breakfast for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I can think of that's going in right now.
Yeah. Cover cropping is a good idea right now. I know you mentioned sun hemp. I need to get some seeds, but need to order them.
Yeah.
Because I've got some areas that I could cover crop for sure.
Anything that you can get in bulk
Yeah.
is going to be good for that.
That's a good bulk buy for seeds because you can just throw them jokers out. They grow so good on their own and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, it gives you all kinds of biomass to work with. The flowers are amazing. And then it will seed too. So
You know what else is good for that I never thought of before are marigolds. But I've had marigolds coming up all over the place in my in-ground garden, and they transplant so easily.
Yeah,
I
they
keep
do.
digging them up and putting them other places, and they
Right.
just take off.
nice.
So yeah, that's another thing. I'll never buy another orange marigold as long as we live here because
Right.
they're just everywhere in my garden,
Yeah.
and I'm not sad about it.
No, I had some come up with my sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
And I don't even know how they got there.
yeah. Well,
They just got there.
They just got there. Right, right. So that makes a cool cover crop, and then you can do like fun things like along those lines, like zinnias, or you can do things that you normally wouldn't grow now, like radish, or what's the other one? Oh, I guess it's radish, like a daikon radish,
Yeah.
any kind of like a brassica green thing that you're not looking for the food
Right.
because it's going to bolt right away,
Right.
but it at least covers the ground.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. I still have mustards and collards from the winter in my garden
I have,
that I still haven't cleaned out. I mean, of course, they've bolted. I've got seeds everywhere.
Right.
Like, I've got some serious clean out to do in the garden still.
too.
Like I've got seeds I need to harvest.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
stuff that needs to go. So I can make room for things like okra and, if I want to do more zipper peas. But
right.
I probably won't do a whole lot outside of that.
Yeah, if
for
you're
summer.
if you want to take summer off and you don't want to deal with even cover crop, then just cover the garden.
Just cover it.
tarp it.
Right. Tarp it and then come back for fall and you will be amazed
Right.
at how much work has been done for you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cover crop and then tarp.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my plan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Let them grow for a little while and then tarp over the crop to
Yeah.
let it break down.
Yeah.
Maybe crimp it and yeah.
And then try to keep my husband from spraying anything. He wants to spray my walkways so bad because they're grassy. I'm like, dude, he knows inside my four fences,
Right.
off limits.
No spraying
No
allowed in
spraying
here.
allowed. He knows it. But I don't know if he says it now just to get under my skin. I just want to spray that for you. No.
Right.
No.
I know. I've got some bad grassy areas. That grass that just tunnels up.
Yes.
Yes.
The Bermuda is horrible.
Oh.
And it's a constant. Like, you can pull it and pull it and pull
doesn't
it.
matter.
You're never getting all of it. You have to revisit pulling constantly, over and over and over again. I feel like there's probably a spiritual lesson there. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, other than the garden, we have decided to make changes with our animals.
Okay.
And so, part of it is burnout. Part of it is stuff we tried that I didn't like.
Right.
And part of it is we just need change here at home,
Yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
don't need a revolving door at the gate
Right.
so much.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of like change.
yeah.
I'm okay with change. Like sometimes it's kind of nice to like start something over, start something new, hit the reset button,
Right.
do it again,
Yeah.
do it a different way.
I agree. A new way is exciting. It's like the first day of school.
Right.
I was that nerd. Like,
Right.
yay.
Right.
New school supplies and
Exactly.
shoes.
Exactly.
Like it's the fresh start
Exactly.
is what it is.
Which is why I'm not so stressed out about we've got a developer, and you know the story, but the listeners don't.
Right.
So yeah, we only have a 10-acre parcel. Our livestock grazes the 70 acres to the south of us, and then there's also like 70 acres to the north of us. And a developer has put both of those parcels under contract. So that leaves us like smack dab in the middle of a developer where they want to build a neighborhood. And so their intention is only to build on the north side, which it would be 200 homes, but they're still going to own the south side, which means we'll lose our grazeland other than the 10 acres that we own ourselves.
Right.
So, you know, we're trying to decide, like, what do we want to do? Do we want to go? Do we want to stay? And, you know, there's benefits, there's pros and cons to both, but the idea of hitting the reset button on a new parcel of land somewhere.
Build a new homestead from the ground up.
Exactly. Like, okay, let's do it different this time. You know, maybe let's set up my garden a different way. You know, because how I started my garden 10 years ago where I'm at, it's not how I would start a new garden now.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like, if we leave, it's okay. If we stay, I'm sure it'll be okay too. So we're trying not to stress on it too much, you know. God's got it.
Right.
It'll work out.
Right. There's so much that you can't plan, you can't control, you can't say if this then that. You just can't. You're just like in this holding pattern.
In a holding pattern.
And you have to be okay with that.
Yep. So I think the next time we'll get more information will probably be August. And that's if the developer is going to actually go through with their contract. And then they're saying if they actually go through with their contract, they won't start building for another year. So
you have a little time.
We've got a little bit of time to figure out what we're going to do. But yeah, I mean, you can only there's all kinds of different scenarios of how it could end up.
Right.
You know?
And you know what I bet? Like, we never know when God has something different for us.
Right.
Like, we can never see that until it happens. Right. So, like, you're doing right just to like try to chill and just wait and see and don't try to push.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes if you try to work a situation too much, you might try to work it out of God's plan.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So
I think we have a lot of listeners kind of in that similar boat where they want to homestead so badly, right? They have such a longing for it and a vision for what they want, but they can't for whatever reason. They can't leave the job or the family or whatever it might be. It's out of their hands,
right?
And they're stuck in this house that they're upside down in, whatever, you know. So I think a lot of people can relate to you having to sit there and wait,
right?
So what can you do,
right?
I mean, you just all you can do right now is work with what you've got.
Yep.
With what you know. What you know is what's in front of you. Yep. Right. So do that.
Do the next right thing.
Do the next right thing. That's what we always say.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it's a lot going on. So you have to consider that you'll be making changes with animals, possibly.
Right. I mean, either way. I mean, the developer did say that we would have first right of refusal on any land that our property touches that they're not going to keep and that they don't want to use for us to buy.
Okay.
And so we're like, okay.
Well, that's good to know.
Maybe we'll buy more land. But before all this even started happening, my husband and I had sat down and, hey, here's our get out of debt plan.
Right.
Like we just have our mortgage. And we would really like to whittle that down so husband can retire one day.
Right.
So it's like we don't really want to go into a bunch of debt over keeping the land that we already utilize for free.
Right.
Like that's kind of a hard pill to swallow. Like, okay, yeah, so we would own it, but so I don't know. One of the other neighbors is talking about buying it and possibly leasing it back to us or, doing another first right of refusal thing but
you're right. There's so many scenarios
that
could happen.
That could happen where you just look at all of them. You're like, nah.
I don't know. I'll just sit here and wait.
And I don't like the idea of being under somebody's thumb. Like that's a really nice offer that, said neighbor gives.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to feel obligated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because essentially we need to do what's right for us and our farm and our family. And so it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out anyway.
Yeah, it will be.
Right, but yeah, either way, we'll probably, end up having to downsize the cows for sure. I mean, because there's 16 of them right now.
Right.
And we definitely can't keep the head on 10 acres.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the sheep, 17 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So they would be the easier keeper on the 10 acres,
mm-hmm.
And then maybe we would just do a steer for us.
Right.
And not sell beef anymore.
Right.
Maybe we shift our focus to just selling lamb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's all stuff to think about.
Right, so all the choices.
Mm-hmm. I got in the dairy cow rut. That's all I'm doing. That's all I've been doing for 6 months are dairy cows. And so we didn't grow enough chicken for our family, let alone anybody else. And I get calls every week.
Right.
Do you have chicken? No, let me send you to my friend Jenny, who also doesn't have chicken.
Well, we do, but we decided we were going to keep that chicken for us.
Right.
Because we wanted to take a vacation. And I didn't want somebody to have to come in and raise my meat chickens for me for almost 2 weeks while I was gone on vacation.
Right.
So we opted not to do it because we wanted a vacation.
Right. So
we're not sad about that choice.
Exactly.
Sorry, I don't have chicken for y'all. Maybe in the fall I'll have chicken.
Exactly. And I've kind of have come to that same realization with the dairy. I cannot grow enough dairy for our community.
Right.
And I will never be able to.
Right.
So as I think about our young adult children, you know, and launching them and, probably in the next 10 years, I'll get to be a grandma.
Right.
And I'm not going to miss out on grandkids stuff so that I can milk cows for everybody else.
Nope.
So I've thought about all my options. And one of those options is I'll just keep a cow for us and sell whatever extra I have to 1 or 2 people like we did when I got started.
Right.
And I haven't come down to that, but, I'm somewhere in the middle right now between milking 7 cows and milking 1 cow.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah.
And maybe that's what, maybe that's what our convention is for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can't grow enough to provide for all these other families, but we can certainly facilitate teaching.
Yes.
How to do your own.
And so that's the thing. I haven't been able to create the content that I want to create because I can't. There's no time. I haven't been able to do the other things I want to do, like worm farming and growing the meat chickens and turkeys for Thanksgiving, because all my time is with dairy cows.
Yeah.
So, bringing that down.
Yeah.
Bringing it down. So we've sold one. We have brought some down to once a day milking, so that's less volume. Dealing with milk is a whole animal in itself.
Right, that's a lot of milk to have to deal with.
In addition to milking the actual cow. I've lightened the load quite a bit. One of them I sent away for breeding, and she can live with y'all, and the other I've dried some off earlier than normal. So we're just trying to figure out a good balance.
The balance, and that's what I was going to say. There has to be a good balance, or you are going to get burned out. That's with anything. So finding that balance is key.
And one of the problems with that this year has been I had a plan, and some of the plan didn't go as it was supposed to go. Imagine that. So we like to calf share, right? Where I can take a break if calves are on mamas or a lighter day, even if not all at the same time. And I had 2 cows calve that didn't feed calves this year. So one flat out refused to feed her calf, and she was a giant producer, so I sold her just for that reason. I mean, she's a perfect cow otherwise.
Right.
And then the other one, she had a stillborn calf. So, it's not her fault.
Right.
But she still is a big producer, and I can't, that was 6 months ago. I still have to milk that cow twice a day.
Right.
So,
it's been a long time.
It's been a tough season.
Yeah.
It's been a real tough season.
Yeah.
So,
well, and that's good that you can look at it and go, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to downsize and make changes. You know, just because you're doing something doesn't mean that you need to do it forever.
Right.
You know,
Take a step back for a bit.
Sometimes change is good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we were going to raise more beef. We had we were on a bull streak.
Right.
We had all these bulls born.
Right.
Said, okay, let's raise up a bunch of steers for beef. And I got to a certain point and said, they got to go. They got to get out of here. So we sold some. I still have a couple, but they're on their way out also.
Right.
And I can't raise beef for everybody.
Nope.
So I can do a little bit, but that's going to be it.
That's right.
So I told Eric, like, I don't want to be a dairy farmer. I thought I did.
Right.
I tried it out.
Right.
I started to make decent money at it, but it wasn't worth it.
Right.
So I just want to be a homesteader.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's kind of the same situation with my farm. It was like, no, we want to raise beef for people. Let's do this, because we had that 70, 80 acres,
right?
You know, to put some cattle on. And
such a blessing.
Yes, it's been a huge blessing, and we've always wanted to organically grow our herd instead of piecemealing it together to make it happen faster. And so that's what we've done. We've had our bull, we've had our cows, and just let them have babies as seen. We haven't bought a whole lot extra in, and just kind of let it grow up until the point where, okay, we know we need X number of cows a year for what we want to do.
Right.
And it's funny because we finally have gotten to that point, and now it's like God's like, well,
maybe
that's not what you need to be doing,
right?
You know, and so you got to be okay with that and just go, okay, you know.
And I think too, like, as you and I, American Farmsteaders, as it grows in content and the convention,
right,
and all the different facets that we are working on,
right,
like, it demands more of our attention.
Yeah.
And that's something that we can grow with, right, over the years in the future. Whereas, like I said, like, I can't milk dairy cows forever. Do you know how many people I have sold milk to who are elderly and talk about when they used to milk cows and they wish they could?
Right.
Like, I know that's not in the forever game for me.
Nope.
But American Farmsteaders can be.
Can be, yeah.
You know?
It's a shift of gears, and sometimes shifting gears is good.
Yep. Yeah. I want more in the garden.
Yeah.
I want more in the garden.
I know.
I want more permaculture practice and, you know, just all the things working together on my homestead. And I can't make that work when I'm only doing one thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Maybe you guys are too.
Maybe.
I hope somebody can relate. So
yeah. Well, it sure was great to be back podcasting.
Yeah, and we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back, and we actually have some new ideas for the podcast that we've been kind of brainstorming a little bit. So, you know, maybe we'll have a little bit more time to make some of those come to fruition.
Yeah.
And I know that we're trying to line up some guests here for the near future.
Yes.
That will be super fun to have on. So y'all stay tuned. It was good being back.
We're here.
That's right.
We're here. We're podcasting. We're blogging. We're doing all kinds of stuff.
Yes. So
thank you.
Yes. Thanks for hanging in there with us and tuning back in. And we'll be back, I think, sooner than later.
Yep. Yeah. I hate to say next week, but I think it'll be next week.
Right. If not next week, the week after.
All right. All right. On that note, thanks for listening.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.